for the last time on Lawful Stupid. Trial by combat begins. Finnegan, what do you do?
A hand goes up to the sky, and I call lightning down.
The lightning comes down, and it kind of courses through both of your bodies as you guys are entwined. How much can you take, Finnegan?
I turn into a giant gorilla.
He's going to turn into this giant rock. That's ROK. It's a very large bird. He digs two mighty talons into your shoulders, lifting you up into the air.
I'm going to grab onto both wings and hold tight.
You both are just plummeting back towards the earth. He shapeshifts yet again, assuming the form of a rhinoceros.
As he's falling, I get up onto his back, very much Donkey Kong style, but use erupting earth to meet us as we fall.
It rises up to meet you and just fucking KOs this rhino. Everyone, your new chief. They cheer.
As your chief, it is my responsibility to ensure that our kind, our people, go living forever, and we will travel, and we will start anew, a place where we will succeed for generations.
Where our chief leads, we follow. And everybody starts packing their shit. And so you're back at the menagerie. The whole city is just bustling with activity as everyone is preparing to leave, to go home. Home that they don't know. Home that was taken from them. You guys included. As you return, you get a message. Delmore, there's some folks here who are here to see you.
Me?
Yeah, they arrived while you're on the Pulasa Islands.
Oh. Yeah. Where are they?
Sure, yeah, just get their ship is right over that way. You can find them at the end of the road.
Thanks. I nod and head that direction.
As you approach, you see some familiar faces. Some familiar armor. You see a unicorn. Was it a unicorn? It was a unicorn, right?
Yeah, unicorn.
You see a unicorn.
Yep.
An eagle. You even see a small, stout elephant.
He goes from riding Delmore like a little like a trot, to a full-on sprint, because he just rides Delmore. He rides Ryder everywhere.
Sure.
And full-on sprint to the boat. And when he gets there, it's you! Where have you been?
That's kind of a long story.
I got time.
Sure. So, and it's the eagleman who speaks to you. He says, I've been doing everything I could. I fell in actually up north with this, I know, Anima's Ire. They're not great, but they work against Alliance, and I know it sounds a little backwards, but I was doing everything I could to keep them grounded.
Yeah, that doesn't... Okay. Well, what... And why were you helping the Alliance? I look at the elephant.
Are you speaking to Trent?
Yeah.
It was not the proudest thing I've ever done, but it was kind of, if you can't beat them, join them. And I thought that maybe I could change things from the inside, and I thought that maybe, I don't know, you were gone and I was lost, and then I heard about what they did to you. So I felt ashamed for what I'd done, and so to try and make it up to you, I tracked down Reed and I tracked down Jannar here, and I brought him to you. I hope you can forgive me.
And so Delmore walks over and puts a hand on Trent's shoulder and says, Of course I forgive you. And then he walks over to Rosewood, the unicorn, and just like hugs her and just says, I'm glad you're safe.
I'm glad you're safe too. Sorry it took us so long to get back together. I know we said we were going to meet up. But we're here now.
That's true. And also, I have metal fangs.
That's pretty cool. We did hear about that, but the metal fangs are cool.
Yeah, the positive spin, right?
Yeah, you gotta look on the bright side.
That's true. That's my new thing. I met a guy. I was the salt to his water, so now I'm a whole new Delmore. But we're all preparing to go to the mainland. You guys want to go?
Yeah, I mean that's why we're here.
Weird. I thought you were here to find me.
Right, so you could lead us again.
Oh. Ooh.
We've still got a lot of work to do, and I figured the mainland is going to be a fresh start.
That's a good point. It's really good to have you all back.
It's really good to be back.
And he just kind of I think brings them all in for like a big group hug, almost where they put their arms around each other.
Heads are pressed together, and it's just like a good quiet moment.
Yeah, exactly that sentiment, that mood.
Yeah, just being together again.
Yeah. I'm good to call it there. That makes me so happy.
Okay, perfect. Sky Song, I think you're probably skulking around, maybe your new appearance. Not exactly something that you're accustomed to being seen this way. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, and you can also see I probably carry my head down a little bit more now. I staring at the ground a little bit more than I usually do. Confidence has been brutalized.
Yeah, and one of the sailors is carrying this large box, very heavy, full with supplies of unknown origin, and he kind of bumps into you. He goes, "Oh, I'm sorry! Oh, I'm sorry!"
Oh, come on! It's not that bad. You've seen other creatures.
I don't know, man.
It's a little rude. I get it.
You're just, and he slowly shifts into the form of Jasper. Just so strikingly handsome.
Oh, come off it. What do you even do in here? Are you come to kill me now? This is it for me. This is in the line.
Yes, I'm here to end your life. I'm going to kill you with this box of... He lifts the lid up. Radishes.
I always dreamed it would happen like this.
This is how I knew. My mother once said to me when I was in my crib, one day you will die, and it will be at the hands of radishes.
No, mother.
Soothsayer foretold it.
What do you want? I'm of no use to the foe anymore.
That's kind of the point.
Okay, well, go on.
I'm your severance letter. thank you for seeking employment with the foe. We
Kicking me out.
really appreciate it. Yeah. I prefer to think of it as we're letting you go.
That's the same thing. You're not changing any of the words. It means it's exactly the same thing. Listen, it's what I wanted.
No.
It's what you wanted.
Exactly. So, like, it used to be the only way out was, like, in a body bag. But I talked to some folks and we came up with an alternative.
To a body bag. What's the alternative to a body bag?
Well, since you're no longer useful to the foe and you can't shapeshift anymore, the only reason we would have to keep you around or to kill you is just so that you couldn't talk about this anymore.
Okay, so I keep my mouth shut and we go our separate ways?
Exactly. No need for bloodshed, no need for all kinds of violence or anything like that, but I mean, the foe's always going to be around.
So are you going to the mainland?
I think you can expect we'll have a presence there.
Are you on assignment there?
Lots of sailors are going. It'd be easy to get into the crowd, just carrying radishes or whatever.
So I'll get to see you there. Well, I mean, we're back at it, except I'm hideous and you get to keep on working for the foe.
Well, there'll be another slight difference.
What's that?
He puts a hand on your shoulder and looks you deeply in your eyes, and you feel nauseous. You're not going to remember me. And it's just like that. All of the memories that you have of the foe and your work with them, you know that you did this, but you can't remember details, and you try to think about what Jasper's face looks like, but it's just fuzzy.
And I reach down and just help the guy pick up the box and say, would you like some help with this?
No, I got it, boss, but thanks much. I'll see you in the mainland, huh?
Yes, very excited about that. Anyways, thanks for calling me ugly. I'll be on my way.
Yeah. Good luck, Sky Song.
Thank you, stranger.
He walks away.
And I go to a mirror shop and just stare at them all for a long time. Just missing it.
As the guy is packing up his mirrors, he's waiting at the last one you're staring on, just like, hey boss, last call for reflection.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've lost, I guess perhaps what it was the best part of me, and just kind of heartbroken about it.
What, like a fancy outfit? Or
I'm hideous. I know. I get it. I'm hideous. And so I gave up something because I thought others would have done the same, that maybe I'd be the good guy after all those years of not being such a good guy. And I guess it was worth it. I mean, I guess we'll see when we get to the mainland, right? We'll make new lives for ourselves, and we'll be new people, and all the opportunity and all that.
Well, listen, Bub.
Listening.
I'm in the reflection business. So let me ask you this. Do you want to be somebody else?
And I turn and look at the mirror, and I've been everyone else my entire life, I think. So it's what's normal to me.
You ever been you?
Recently.
Maybe it's not so bad.
Still have my friends. I'm hideous though. How do you go on being this?
Listen, guy, I'm a gnome. Enough said.
All right, you win, sir. Hi. What is your name, sir?
I'm P.T. Mearsley.
P.T. Well, P.T. I appreciate your candor and your wisdom. perhaps I'll seek you out for conversation more often.
Yeah, I'd like that. I mean, we're both going to the mainland. Maybe you're in the mood for buying some mirrors, or you know what? There you go. And he pulls out like a small hand mirror, and he hands it to you, and he goes, "In case you need some time to reflect."
And so I'll look at it, and I'll look at me and say, "No, I think you're right. I think it'd be better if I don't focus on the things I don't like yet, and perhaps being me will be all right."
Yeah, well, I hope so.
Thanks, PT. Have a great day.
You too.
And Skysong will, I think where he goes next, where he kind of always feels comfortable. I leave the mirror shop, and I'm gonna go over, and it's probably not far from there. I'll do like a girl. Is my voice still changed? That's a question I have. I can't shapeshift, but can I still?
Yeah, I think that's cumulative. Your voice changed because you were like altering the way that your vocal cords were structured. Yeah. You can still do a voice.
I'll just be like.
But it just sounds like you, Devin, doing a girl's voice.
Garrett. Oh, Garrett.
Yes, who is it?
Oh, it's just me. It's just me. Sorry, it's just me, your friend, Skysong.
Skysong. That's new.
It is. It's not preferable, but I did what you might call an honorable thing, and this is what you get. You get the butt end of used butter, and that's what I look like.
So you've come here for some sort of handsome potion?
No, my friend. I accept it. I don't like it, but I accept it.
Oh. Okay, and he takes out a bottle that's labeled clearly "handsome potion," and he just pours it down the drain.
I was thinking about what you said about being able to be honest with myself, even if I can't be honest with other people. It feels good to be out in the open, as it were, to be out of the shadows, to be out front, just be me. I'm hideous. I'll get over it. But I don't have to worry about that anymore. And I was about to say something about the phone, but I don't remember the phone. But I'm having a hard time remembering anything about. I remember our trips together and the missions we've done, but it's fuzzy things and gaps. But the mainland will be very fun. I think it'll be a chance to start over, and that's exactly what I need.
Yeah, so I think we'll all have a chance to start over. Well, I mean, we're not starting all the way over. We've got our friends. We've got all these powerful friends and allies that we've built. We've got each other.
We're going to be the founding fathers and mothers of a country forgotten.
They might build statues of us. Probably not you.
Well, I can make it anything I want. You could evict us. Make history. I just have to be better than everyone. Interesting. I'm a bard. I'll sing songs about me, and people will spread that word. Even if it's not true, they'll sing it. And yes, Garrett, you're exactly right. I can still be famous, and people will love me.
I will.
I know, old friend. I love you too. Hey, do you guys sell any hats or shawls or face masks?
I will absolutely. We don't sell them, but I'll make you a mask.
I just figured
that'll be easier on everyone.
You're right. I just think that'd be easier if I have this sense of mystery, intrigue about me.
Yeah. It's I've still got your leopard mask from that time in Ventricos.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Or was it panther mask, whatever it was.
One last thing before I have to get back with the crew. I know you're working here. Do you have any of those courage potions we could share?
Oh, the liquid courage?
Yes. You know the one.
Yeah. One jack and extra jack coming right up.
And so I'll take one of those.
5th level fireball on me.
And I imagine we ting those together like a little toast to a new land.
Do a fresh start.
I had to kick mine back.
Follow soon.
And then I just start tinkering with things as it fades back. And he's like, "Don't touch those things."
He was in the process of not moving or storing his things, but just kind of fastening everything, just making sure everything was in place and solid. Anything else?
That's it. No.
Very cool. So, as the kind of pioneers that have done so much and built so much and seen so much and done so much, all for the benefit of this moment, you are called to join the proprietor in his office for this first step. I'd like to thank you all for joining me. It's truly an auspicious day. Truly, none of this would have been possible without your help. So on behalf of the menagerie, on behalf of all free spirits of the Sapphire Seas, maybe with a bit of whimsy in their heart, thank you. True. And now, he rolls up his sleeves. I have not done this in quite some time, so excuse me if I'm a bit rusty. So his office, which has always been this dilapidated ship, he places his hands firmly at the captain's wheel that has always adorned his desk. He closes his eyes, and heat begins to radiate off of him as his flaming mustache grows larger and larger, and his body itself begins to glow like hot metal. He just this burning red until eventually it stops, and his mustache goes out. He stands before you clean shaven, clean flaved, and hands on the steering wheel, eyes open. Well, I think she's ready. And the office kind of tears apart, and the wood above you and around you begins to shift as you are in an elevated position now, where you can kind of see the whole of the menagerie and all of these ships, all of this cobbled together randomness. You see sails begin to unfurl from all over of just the brightest white. And the entire menagerie begins to creak forward and move. You guys are headed home to the mainland, away from Davy Jones, away from this Scalian alliance that has held people down for so long and taken what's not theirs, to freedom, to an uncertain future. And then our view shifts away from the menagerie and its great sails, and away from this horizon of an unknown future. We find ourselves somewhere familiar and desolate. find ourselves on an island with a now long dormant volcano. We see two old men. One appears to be human, the other one half-elf, as they're scrounging through these caves. Now, Eddie, I'm sure that I know that there's some food. There's got to be something. We don't have any supplies left. I know that this is going to be good. You just got to stay with me, okay? Yeah, okay. I'll do my best. Not as spry as I used to be. It's fine. It's going to be... Okay. What is this here? Is that a hot spring? This whole time we've been here for 400 years. We had a hot spring. I got the oldest, cricketiest bones in the whole Sapphire Seas. We had a hot spring all the time. Okay, that's great. Okay. You stay right there, Eddie. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see if I can find like some sea algae or some sort of something for us to eat, because you gotta keep your strength up. That's what the doctor said. So I'm gonna just go. You stay. Don't move. And we see Steven wade out and submerge himself in this kind of sulfur-smelling spring. And he's down there for a while. Point where Eddie, he gets a little bit nervous and he kind of edges towards the water, looking down and hoping that the man he's chosen to spend his very long life with is okay. And eventually, from the water, splashes up a figure, and it's Steven, and he's holding something. He goes, Hey, you're not gonna believe it. And he holds in his hands, cradling it with both arms, a golden egg, glowing faint with light and energy and life. He says, Eddie, I think we're gonna be okay. And the egg begins to crack, light pouring from the seams, radiating out, and everywhere the light touches, life. First it's just moss on the rocks, and then it's plants, and as the light even glances against Eddie, he looks younger. And the egg continues to crack and move until it just explodes with radiant light, leaving us blinded as we hear the cry of a young phoenix. And that's where we're on this campaign.
It's a good one.
Flippin' beautiful.
It's not bad. It's pretty good.
What a good note to end on.
Little
Just a little chef's kiss on the way out.
Could you read books to me at night to get me to sleep? Is that a service we offer? Is that a tier? Because if it's not,
yeah. For
call
100,
Alex, he's got access to good books.
for $100 a month, if you sub, not only will Devin eventually say a cuss word after 1 year's time, but also one book a year. I'll read it. I'll read an audiobook. I'll record myself reading one book a year.
that's not a bad gig. I'd be down for that.
That's not a bad little bonus available to patrons. Me reading a book.
Name of the Wind would be the first one.
To be your attorneys here, you can't do that. Actually,
What if we write the book?
It's a book
if you
that I
write the
wrote.
book, you absolutely can.
Yeah, nailed it.
Yeah,
Got it
it's
one.
a copyright issue.
Cool. Hey, everybody.
Okay,
This episode.
I won't read a book out loud that someone else wrote.
Wink. I'm just wink.
Wink.
I won't do that.
Wink. I'm just giving you the
I'll be
mic.
reading The Sound
Blink.
of the Mountain
Son of the
by
man.
Patricia Wright. Whatever her name is.
Yeah, Shane will write a book every year for NaNoWriMo, and then in December he'll then audibly record that book for you.
Yep.
It's for you.
No
it's not
extra
for him.
charge,
Yeah.
just your patron.
Yeah, it's not for me.
He's not going to a different state for the month of November to really get into his writer's groove.
I have a small secluded cabin in the West Virginia woods. I hunker down in.
I have to write.
Just-
You just drink a lot of
it's just-
whiskey and do a lot of cocaine.
It's just me, 18 bottles of rye whiskey, Oberon, and a whole fries sushi.
Those are these. Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening. This episode, specifically, we are supporting in our Roll for Humanity Child's Play charity. That's right. You know them in May. We support them heavily in May. We ask you to help support heavily in May. But we're taking them up again for January. So this whole month, you'll hear them being supported. And today, for our roll, we are going to get a $9 on Child's Play charity.
9.
So we encourage you, if you're interested in participating in such a way, it's easy as whatever games you play in your month. Or if you don't play games, just roll a dice. If you feel like, hey, I want to give. So I'm going to roll, based on this episode, I'm going to roll a dice right now and give to Child's Play charity. Click the link that we have in there in the show notes. Or you can check us out at lawfulstupid.org and see who we give to each month. That way you can see if there's some other charities you might like to support. That was, and then there's, Discord, everyone. Join our Discord.
Join it.
Just do it now. I know you're at the end of this thing and you're thinking, hey, I accidentally started in this episode, but I need to go all the way back through all the backlog, so I can't join the Discord yet. And I would just say to you, wrong answer. Join now.
Yeah, you can.
You can miss all of the information. You don't even have to ever see any spoilers. Lots of good community that you can get plugged into in our Discord. So,
Yeah.
to that we say, come and join
Come
our
and join our
Discord.
Discord.
We'll be
waiting for you. You might even be in our Discord right now listening to this. Is we do a listener party? Maybe.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. We haven't done one of those in a minute. Listener party.
2020.
Yes.
1, because that's when it's
2020.
coming out.
1. That's when this episode releases. Hell yeah. So hey, you're in the Discord right now. I can see you.
I see you.
I'm typing at you right now. I'm saying baba laba laba.
Are you?
That'll be fun for me later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll be typing. I'll be like baba laba laba.
Hey, so that's whatever that is. Just remember that if you haven't already got your questions in for the QA, do it now. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that you want to know about, that, you know, some juicy little tidbits. Like, I, for one, want to know why Adalbert and Garrett sound the same. So, like, I know there's some hidden, like, reason for that. Like, was Garrett a dragon the whole time? Was he a lost dragon the whole time?
I don't think they do that.
So there's I have questions. So you might too. Just make sure you get those in ASAP, because that's going to be down to the wire.
I don't think they Garrett and Albert sound the same. Maybe Shane trying to do Garrett's voice might sound a little bit.
Oh
like
yeah,
Albert,
Shane
with-
doing
with-
Garrett's voice sound the same.
with much
That'll
less
work.
Winston Churchill.
Well, Adalbert just has a
And
lot of
zero
on
Nixon.
him that Garrett doesn't have.
Yeah, I
So
said
that's
Winston
the
Churchill.
only difference.
That's what I said.
I said what I said.
Yeah, no, I said what I said. Just for the youth out there.
Well, thank you for now choosing to rate and review on iTunes. You've seen the finished product of Campaign 2, so you're obviously like, okay, now I've been waiting, but now I can rate the package on the whole, so please do that.
Thanks in advance for 5 stars. Appreciate you.
You're obviously tweeting about the show using the hashtag StupidCast, which I'm not your DM anymore. So I can't sing your praises. It's got to be Devin now.
Oh my gosh.
Now Devin's got to sing your praises because he's the new DM. So hooray! And then I have to leave you with one last question to grow on. Fuck.
Good question.
Should have been ready for this, huh?
Question mark. No, that was it. Fuck?
That's a good question. One last question to grow on. And that question is... Shut up, guys.
That's where we end it. No, that's where we end it right there. That question is...
And you just leave it and we end the
That's the
episode.
end of the
question... I already left the whole campaign on the cliffhanger. I can't leave the final question on cliffhanger, too. The last question that I will ever ask for you to think on and grow on is...
Pose it one more time and then it'll come to you.
The very last
I thought he fell asleep for
question
sure.
for me
Okay,
to
that's
ask
close.
and you to think and grow on until next time I DM. 6 years from now, when I DM again, you can answer the question. Is gonna be... If our stories are still being told and our songs are still being sung, can we ever really be gone? We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Boop, 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 boop.